Welcome back to another Andrew's Athletics video. Today I'm back at the track and excitedly I am preparing for the first meet of the year. This weekend I'm going to the winter mini meet number 2. I'm planning on doing 60-meter sprint, high jump, and shot put. The 60-meter final kind of interferes with shot put, so I may or may not be able to do that. But high jump and shot put are at different times, and everything should work pretty smoothly. I was originally going to do hurdles as well, because it was in the morning, but then when the final schedule came out, it switched, and it only said that open men were only going to do the final, not prelims and final, which I was just going to do the prelim and not the final. So anyways, it didn't end up working out. So I'm back at the track. Today I am going to get my high jump step because I have not practiced it once yet. And yet I signed up for it. So, kudos to me. And other than that, that's all I'm going to do tonight. Tomorrow I have skating, so I'm really not going to do anything too difficult. My right leg calf still hurts a little bit, so I don't want to push that any harder. And yeah. Well, here we are. We are at the 4 Points by Sheridan, and so room's nothing fancy, which is fine. That's what I expected. The problem with this hotel is that none of the rooms have a tub. I looked through all the bookings online. I didn't call, but I could not find a single room that said it had a tub. So no ice bath. Big question is, do I have a view? Not too bad. So, yeah. So that's Steeles down there, and York is just that way. I think I'm like a 15-minute walk. Probably won't do that at 7:30 in the morning, but I'll probably get a ride or something. But yeah, just gonna hang out. I'm gonna do some research, see if there's a restaurant nearby. Okay, so it is Sunday morning. I am going to now find any breakfast at the hotel, and then I'm gonna get picked up for a ride and go straight to the track. So we have arrived at York. It's early in the morning, so early I don't have my number yet, but that's okay. And being at York, it's a great facility, and yeah, ready to have a good day. Gonna start it off kind of with high jump and the 60. I'll drop the 60 probably instead of high jump if they really start to clash. But I think I'll be good. I'll definitely be good if they run the men before the women in the 60. But depends on what they're doing. Sometimes they run the fast to slow, sometimes the slow to fast. I don't know. But yeah, just gonna start with my warm up. Then I'll have to go back and get my number, and I'll be good to go. Well, welcome back. This is a few days after the meet, but I didn't get any video of the actual track meet, unfortunately. It's kind of hard to film yourself when you get disqualified for touching a phone. So, unless I had something that could record the entire shoot, the entire competition, which I don't. I only have my phone and it only records about 20 minutes at a time.
So that's that. But we're gonna go over the results. Generally, they're all low for me, which is expected. It's the first meet of the year. Things are going to be rough, a little rusty. Start off with the 60. 60 was a 8.35, I think, somewhere around there, mid 3 something, and which is okay. It's about what I ran on my first 60 last year. But then my next 60 I ran PB, so I can't complain about that. So 60 was fine. I was really nervous in the blocks. I was shaking like a leaf. I don't know exactly why, but first meet, get those jitters out of the way. Next is high jump. High jump I felt could have been a lot better. Came in low. Cleared first hike, cleared 155 in sprint spikes because I was getting ready to do the 60, because the 60 was during the same time as high jump. I skied over 155 in my sprint shoes. Went over, did the 60. My heart rate was really high, and I was trying to calm down, get that, you have to be calm doing high jump, and I just couldn't get my heart rate down. Looking back at it, I should have skipped the heights, because it was only at 160. I could have skipped it. There was no reason to do another attempt at 160. But I just wasn't thinking, didn't have a coach there. I was doing my thing. That's fine. And yeah, something to learn for next time. If my heart gets out of the whack, just cruise. And besides, why do I want to jump 160? It's not a PB for me or anything. So anyways, lesson learned there. Heart rate's too high at a height that doesn't matter. Just pass. Let your heart rate come back down. So I ended up with a height of 155. So garbage, but that's okay. Next is shot. This was at a completely different time. Had time to rest. Always good. Chatted with some really cool master athletes, telling me their stories and things. So great time at York, like it always is. And my first throw in shot. Now keep in mind, this is a spin. This is only my second time ever doing this competition. This is mostly for me looking back at this, so I don't get too upset. But it is what it is. First one was out of bounds, out of sector. Next throw was very slow turn because I wanted it to be in sector, and this is actually my best throw of the meet, which is unfortunate. But it was the most controlled, so that's something to think about. It was the most controlled, and I just basically spun around very slowly and gave it a big chuck at the end, and I threw 892. Yeah, so way below my PB for sure. After that, I was like, there's a set. Now I'm going to try and increase the speed, get that right bang at the end, because I felt like there was a possibility for a much larger throw. But it didn't happen. The shot ended up wandering side to side in the sector. The releases were awkward. I was off balance a lot of times, so I was giving it a hard push with my arm, but the power wasn't transferring through. So rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think round 3 was like 6 meters because I really lost it. And then 4 was just kind of a dud throw again. 5, I think I lost it. It was a bit short. And then 6 was back to where my second throw was. It was like an 80 something. It's a little bit shorter. So, learning experience. Good meet. Good starter meet. Low pressure. Everyone was having a great time. And yeah, so it's good to start the season. Sets some realistic expectations, like the first meet of the year always does. And hopefully, obviously, goal is to improve on all those throughout the year. I just found out that the indoor Ontario Indoor Championships are really late this year, which means the Canadian Indoors and the Ontario Indoors aren't back to back, so I don't have to do that crazy thing like I did last year, and which is great. I'll probably get in another meet. Hopefully I'll get in long jump, and I want to do shot again, obviously, because it was pretty weak. High jump I'm actually not too concerned about. I'll do it more in practice. I'll get there. Pole vault, still questionable though. I want to try some softer poles, because that's what always ends up stopping me, is I go up and up, and then I eventually get near PB height, and then I instead of, I get worried about blowing through, but then I'm stalling at the top, and for some reason I just can't get through that adjustment. I have to, if I'm stalling, I need to go softer or grip lower, one or the other. So that'll be a learning curve this year, trying something different. I really hope that the spin does pick up. I would hate to go through an entire season and not see me even get close to what my glide was. Who knows? I will obviously find out. I really want the spin to work. The spin should give me more power. It should give me a larger throw. And outdoors last year, I had some big spin throws in practice. I was getting that speed and consistency. It's all about control when it gets to the end, right? If you're off balance, it's not going to work. And that's what the meet showed. So yeah, that's how the meet went. Rambling on like I always do. And hopefully there are some clips here from the last weeks of practice that haven't been posted, so enjoy, and I'll see you in the next Decathlon training vlog.
Done. Oh, there's handles. This is fancy. How does this work? Oh, way over here. Okay. Do I have a view? Nope. Other way. I swear there's always something weird at every hotel, and like, what is this lock? Like, I don't, am I missing something? Like nothing. I don't think so. So I don't know what the purpose of this is.